what's going on for the month of April 2018. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. If you want something more specific to you and your energy, you can book a reading with me in the detail box below. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Alright, so similar to another horoscope reading, I'm getting a lot about failed relationships. Like, a lot of you guys have gotten past failed relationships, or some of you guys just need to simply learn how to let go if you haven't learned how to already. Maybe you had the devil card. For me, this is like in reverse, is passing a relationship that just no longer serves you. But this also can be a relationship that you thought had more to it, but it turned out it didn't. And maybe some of you guys are like wallowing over it. Like, maybe you met someone offline, or maybe you met someone out at a party or at a bar, or just out in person, maybe a grocery store, whatever the case may be. And maybe you've been spending a lot of time with the person and you're just like, oh, this could really be something. But it turned out it was really nothing. So maybe it could have just been a fling and you made more of it, or something of that nature. But it just didn't turn out how you thought it would turn out. But your guides are telling you not to worry about failed relationships and like what it could have been or what was supposed to happen, because chances are it was supposed to play out as it should. A lot of times we don't understand that certain relationships are just short-lived. They're just there in the blink of an eye and gone the next day, because sometimes it's just that kind of meeting with souls. Sometimes it's a long-term meeting, sometimes it's short. But always be thankful for the relationships to teach you something. And a lot of times we can look at it as preparing us for the one, or the person we're supposed to be with. A lot of times everything is fleeting, and a lot of times if the person doesn't stay, that means they weren't supposed to stay. But nonetheless, do not cling to something that doesn't serve you, especially people, places, or things. Practice letting go. Alright, so the Hangman. This kind of gives me the energy, every time I see this, this gives me the energy of the Fool. Just someone who's very carefree, doesn't give a fuck about anything, no care in the world. He's just chilling out, like really just hanging out. And maybe in a way, if you're dating at this time, your guys could be telling you to approach relationships as like, oh, you're just hanging out. Like, especially if you're a person that maybe for work, you're hopping from place to place, or you're just not really, you don't really know what you want out of a relationship, or you're still finding yourself. Just don't treat relationships that seriously at this time. You could be just encouraged to just have fun, or at least approach relationships like, not like you want to marry the person, or like, oh, I have to know right now if I'm going to marry the person. Just approach relationships with a more lighthearted manner. Even if you're coupled too, don't try to be so serious all the time, or push a relationship further to what you want it to be, whether it's marriage, whether it's some serious commitment, because sometimes that takes the fun out of everything. Basically, I'm hearing just go with the flow more. Be yourself by all means. Even if you feel like that self is crazy or quirky or dresses weird, practice being yourself more, because you want to attract authentic relationships and not the ones that are like short-lived, because maybe you weren't being yourself before, and maybe the person found out who you were and it's not really their type, or vice versa. And that's okay. Just practice being more your authentic self. And that means being your bright self too. A lot of times, especially as women, as I said in another video, men could do this too, I don't know. But it's like I tend to, it's like our society teaches us to rely on our looks a lot. So sometimes I tend to dumb myself down without even realizing it. Or, and this is like an old conditioning of mine, like never to have an opinion. Until now, until I'm 25, I learned that, oh, I can say what I want, think what I feel, whatever. But we have to make sure we're not dumbing ourselves down or dimming our own light. Alright, so this Pentacles in reverse. Sorry for moving too much. Pentacles in reverse. A lot of financial problems are coming to an end for all the horoscope signs, actually. So this could just be a month in general of stability. So a lot of guys who feel like you lack stability at this time, or lack the firm foundation to work from, or a business space to work from, or a home to live from. That could be coming to an end right now. If you feel like you're on the verge of running out of money or time, that fear could be put to a halt all of a sudden. Basically, any problems that need to be solved, your answers will arise shortly for it. And again, a lot of mid-March for a lot of you guys, so it could be the start of a new cycle in mid-March till April. But very good news surrounds you. A Queen of Cups. So it's funny because the face on this person and what she's looking at, it looks like a jealous person that despises maybe some kind of success that you have going on in your life. Could be a mother figure, could be someone very close to you, but it could be someone who just keeps an eye on you, and they may be acting like they have your back, or maybe it's a person you cut out of your life that just keeps up with you through social media. I'm trying to see why my guys bring this up though. It's just a heads up that someone's probably paying attention to your content or like what you post. But they don't seem like a real threat. It's just more so like they're just behind the computer, or maybe there's trolls. If you're a YouTuber or content creator, you could be getting trolls behind the internet. But my guys are saying, remember that they're behind a screen. They're not really real. They're not tough enough to really confront you. Or sometimes it's just a lot of issues within oneself. So don't take it personal. Yeah, you could be having problems that arise that are like just very minor. But don't let anyone stop you in your path. Just be water and go around obstacles. Last card here is King of Cups. All right, so this person is very comfortable in their own skin. This to me is someone who has mastered becoming comfortable in their own skin, and now they get to work on a new project. Like maybe if you've always been the person to care what people think, or like what would people think of me, that could be coming to an end this month. Because you just realize like what's most important in life, and now that gives you the ability to work on bigger, better things, projects that actually you can manifest now, because you're not just giving away your energy to things that don't really matter. Okay, the last card here is okay, so this card kind of gives me it could be arguing, but then it also could be like, let's say you're a content creator on YouTube, or you're just someone who has a creative blog or anything of that nature. It could be that a lot of people could be wanting to work with you at this time. It could be that you get emails out the ass, out of nowhere, and like from very, very well-renowned people or creative or well-known people. They could be just coming out of the blue wanting to collab with you. And then it's really, if you own a small business, you really have to get on top of like organization, because now that people want to reach out to you and do collaborations, you have to be more serious or more on top of your game, meaning you have to start learning how to schedule your own things, or maybe in the future, if it gets out of hand, try to hire someone, things of that nature. But it will get, if you've been waiting for recognition and reward, that is coming here shortly. And back to back. So maybe it's like one person this month, and next month this another person, and next month another person. But then it starts creating a chain reaction when everybody wants to just get on with you. And this could be that because your following is growing, things of that nature. But keep going. If you have not seen reap your rewards just yet, that is coming shortly. But yeah, this is your reading, you guys. Be dope, be you unapologetically. Peace.